Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Sarah.
Oh, that was a very solitary Sally there. That's a first. Hi everybody. I see we've got a lot of Facebook users on there this evening, so let me just skip through. Good evening, Reverend Wayne. Are you all right? Trace, bad news, Trace. You're coming through as Facebook user, but I know it's you because of the little goat just there. So I know it's you. Oh, hi, Holly. You all right? Nice to see you. Hello, you three who's saying that. Oh, yeah, that's Wayne. Hello, Aisha. Good evening, Martin. Thank you for joining us this evening.
So you're welcome, my pleasure.
I like your little friend there on the screen. He's got a big grin and he looks quite well lit. Right aside you.
Looks a bit angry.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Look. Hi, Jan. Good evening, Jan. Sorry, I won't be joining you tonight. Oh, bless you. We're sending you lots of love, Jan, and lots of healing. Bless you. That's that. Bless her. We have some lovely, fabulous people online, Martin, and we're finding that a lot of our church gang that come live on a Thursday and live in Bridlington are also live. Hence, in there, Holly's one of them, and Reverend Wayne. And other people I can see. Pamela, hey, good evening, Pamela. I'm just looking on the Facebook because the Facebook users are coming up. And McAteer, she's one of our Thursdays. So thank you very much for joining us all online. You see how popular you are? Do you see that, Martin? Feel the love. Feel the love. And Sally, our little deacon Sally. She's nervous, everybody. Say hello to little deacon Sally. Look. She said to me, we were backstage and she went, Oh, I don't know if I can wear this jumper. I said, Sal, the jumper's fine. Stop panicking. So thanks for joining us. Sally's going to read us a poem this evening. I've got to be honest, it makes my life easier. Martin's doing the philosophy. Sally's doing the poem. Martin's doing the mediumship, and I just get to click buttons. What can I say?
Easy peasy.
That's right. That's right, exactly. Martin, may I ask you to do the opening prayer, please?
Certainly. Good evening, everyone that's joined us. I'd like to join me in the opening prayer. Divine Spirit, Father God, as we all congregate here this evening, may the two worlds join together for a short space of time to prove the existence of life after life, and most of all, everlasting love. Amen.
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 Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I'm sorry about my cat there. Oh, come on. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. I'm sorry for racing through it, but for anybody that were actually looking at the screen, then my cat stood on here and Walter stood right in front of the screen. If you watch it back on the playback, there she is in full black colour. Well, it is Black Cat Day, I suppose. That's what it says all over the internet. It's Black Cat Day. So
I did say she was going to do that.
I did, didn't I? Yeah, I know. Well, watch it back. She's quite funny. I was just worried that she'd flick all my paperwork on the floor because she's good at that too. Oh, dear me. Well, let me see what we got next. Oh, yes, we've got the fabulous healing candles. Do you remember our healing candles, Martin? Now, be honest.
I've done a few. I've seen a lot of candles being used lately, so I'll say yeah, but I could be lying.
I was going to do the old two Ronnies then and go 4 candles, you know, the old sketch. Well, we're going to do the absent healing candles. Now, normally in church, Deacon Sally or Deacon Maria read this out. You get a few minutes off, Sal, while I put the candles on the screen, and I have a little banner that runs along the bottom that actually says everybody wants to send healing. So, of course, if anybody wants to put names into the comments for healing, of course, we can do that for you. So I will say the absent healing prayer, and then I'll run the candles. Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, here we bring upon you all those listed in our absent healing books, that it may please thee to heal them, be they sick in mind, body, or spirit, both those we know, those we don't know, and those who have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Amen. Oh, and just like that, it disappeared. I was having a panic on there. I thought you'd fallen off your seat because I weren't watching. Oh dear. Can I just say hello? Because Abby Higginson's watching this evening. She's my partner's daughter. And if William, my little mate William's watching, hi little spud. Ah, bless him. Now then, which one of you lovely people would like to go first?
Ladies first.
That's right. Let's do that. So I'm just going to change the screen across.
If you want, Sally.
Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely fine. Thank you.
She wants to get it over with, don't you, Sal?
I do, yeah.
Right. Well, Sal, over to you for the poem.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. And my poem is called Matters of the Heart. I cannot help how I'm perceived by those I hardly know. Not everyone is born to sit among the status quo. Yet knowing you believe in me puts all my fears at rest. It only matters what you think, 'cause you're who knows the best. I'm not concerned what people say as they stray through my life. The onslaught of unbridled tongues can only fester strife. Yet every word your tongue imparts weighs heavier than theirs. It only matters what you say, 'cause you're the one who cares. Friends and nightmares come and go among the mortal road, as all the mysteries of life are randomly bestowed. Yet every night in slumbered bliss, it's you I'm dreaming of. It only matters you are there, 'cause you're the one I love.
Fabulous, Sal. That was wonderful. Thank you. And Pamela's saying, hi, Sal.
Hi, Pam.
I must say to everybody that's really good, because our Deacon Sally's had a real bad cough. And Jackie said that were beautiful. That was lovely. Look at Jackie said she's had a real bad cough, and so she said to me, if I start having a coughing fit, can we put Martin on first? and I'll mute myself, and then I'll go next.
Got the water and the lozenges here, just in case.
That's our Maria, the other deacon. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Don't get too comfortable sat back there, lovey, because you're next. We actually introduced our Maria to Facebook last night, didn't we, Sal?
Oh, we did.
Now, normally, Maria's in the room all the time. Last night, we couldn't get a nose out of the phone. No. And then she said she was very, very late to bed last night because guess what? She was on Facebook. So, not addictive at all, is it, Martin? I'm really looking forward to your philosophy. So just so I can go small on the screen again and sit there, really. But I'm not only joking. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm going to just switch us about again and say over to you.
Right. Good evening, guys. Philosophy for tonight. I've done it on another service recently because it was something that I heard that really stirred me, and it was profound, and generally what it was about was that all of us, we live this earth life, and we all leave something behind. We leave a ripple in life behind, no matter how big or small. Some people leave, monumental ripples in the water behind. I mean, but all of us and all of our family that's passed before us, they all have done whatever in their lives and have influenced people, including us. That's why we're here this evening. That's why I do mediumship. That's why you're here. And we all have an interest in the spirit world for our loved ones. And what I found absolutely amazing was there was a story on BBC Radio 4, and I was in my work vehicle, and I don't normally listen to BBC Radio 4 at all, but it came on and I found myself getting drawn into this story. And it was actually about, and many of you might have heard of him and know him, and it was actually about a guy from the Northeast, a guy called Len Gibson. And it was about 2 months ago now. And it was a Friday, I was listening to it Friday afternoon, and he'd passed to spirit the day before, 101 years old. And this guy, Len Gibson, when he was young, he got drafted off to war. And he was on a battleship in the South Pacific Sea. And his main passion before he left to go to war, he used to play the ukulele, so a type of guitar. So there he was on board this warship, never been told or never knew how to swim. So before he went, they didn't actually get him in the water and give him swimming lessons. They just said, if you end up in the water, this is what you must do. So lo and behold, Len Gibson went off to war, and the battleship he was on got bombed by the Japanese, and the ship went down, and Len Gibson found himself going overboard. He was one of the lucky ones to actually get overboard. And he found himself going overboard on ship, and he was lucky enough to cling on to a little bit of wooden raft. So the determination, obviously, for one, that he showed, being able to get through that situation, get on the raft. And after a couple of hours with many other soldiers, they were rescued and actually captured by the Japanese. So Len Gibson spent 3 years, virtually hard labor, in a Japanese concentration camp. But he was also responsible as one of the people that helped build the bridge over the River Kwai, which many of you would have heard of. So he was responsible for that. So not only did he survive the ship being bombed, going into water for the first time, captured by the Japanese, hard labor, but when he was in camp, he really missed his ukulele. And so what he decided to do was gradually look for pieces of equipment, and he found some wire, and he found wood and whatever, and he put together in time what resembled a guitar. So he decided then to try and bring some positivity to the camp, obviously what they're all going through. So he started to play for the people in camp, and then he had 2 other gentlemen that joined him. They formed a little group in this concentration camp, and obviously bringing up the vibes of all the prisoners and doing something positive. So going forward, Len Gibson managed to survive the war, and then he returned to the northeast, where he met his wife. They had children and grandchildren, and one of the people that was on the radio show was actually his granddaughter, and she was talking about what a wonderful man he was and a fantastic father and grandfather. And for me, it was what he left behind, because what he left behind was everything that he managed to cope with, to cheer people up in that concentration camp. And it was what came at the end that really did it for me. So the radio presenter and his granddaughter were talking about when he moved up near Sunderland, he had a neighbour 2 doors down. And this neighbour was a young gentleman who to Len went by the name of Little Dave. So Little Dave used to come round and be nosy with Len. And Little Dave noticed that Len was playing the guitar. So he got quite interested in playing this guitar, and through regularly going around to see Len, Little Dave got more and more into music. And then fast forward 20, 30 years later, Little Dave turned into Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics. So, and Dave Stewart was actually on the radio saying what an influence in his life that Len Gibson was. And for me, I was in shock, because I thought, not only did this gentleman go to war, survive the ship, survive floating around in the Pacific, survive the Japanese and building the camp, bringing positivity to everyone in the camp, but coming back home and then helping along the road a young gentleman, Dave Stewart, who then gave us Annie Lennox, the Eurythmics, and many other bands along the way. And the moral of the story is, we all leave our peace when we leave this planet. Some people more than others. Doesn't mean it's any more meaningful, but obviously all of us have lost loved ones, family, friends, animals, and they've all left something with us. So I suppose the moral of the story is, if you can leave anything of positivity in this life, maybe we won't go as far as Len Gibson did, but I thought it was a fantastic story, and I know he's not that far from up where you guys are. So yeah, total tribute to Len Gibson. Really, for me, hit home what he left behind. So I'll leave you with that, guys, and hopefully you can all take a little bit from it.
Oh, that's really, really wonderful story there. I didn't know that. I really didn't
Yeah,
know bits of it, but yeah, I didn't know. And people are just saying what oh, hang on, I've got a little pop-up come up there. What lovely, wonderful Martin. Remember reading about it at the time.
I
Loved
did
your
laugh.
philosophy.
I did
That's
laugh.
Reverend.
Little Dave.
Yeah,
Little
little
Dave.
Dave. That's Reverend Wayne there. Loved your philosophy. Shows the determination and strength can do. That's exactly right. That's
Yeah,
exactly
definitely,
right.
definitely.
Well, I'm sorry that you've got like a quick mouthful of water and then you're going to be on it again. And Sally, you know you're muted, honey.
I keep coughing, so it was
I
best.
thought you did. I thought bet she's having
Yeah.
a coughing fit.
I was.
so I can go backstage and drink my coffee, and you can go and gargle some TCP or something, Sally.
Yes, thank you.
And we'll let Martin do what he does best. I will be backstage, Martin, listening. If you need me, just give us a shout. I'll put as many messages up on the screen as I can. Sally, we'll see you in a bit. Thank you very much for the poem. See you soon. See you soon, Martin.
Hi guys. So I take it most of you know what we're doing here. We'll work together. It's a three-way conversation. It's spirit to me to you. I suppose a bit like the Chuckle Brothers sort of thing. And we'll see where we go. So I'm just aware. Hi everyone, by the way. Everyone that's saying hi and Anne. Hi to everyone. Let's work together, bring the spirit world in and see what they've got to say, who they want to go to. But it's as important that you guys do your job as it is with me, and we'll see where we go. So I am aware that obviously in church or face-to-face online is a lot quicker than this format, but this format can be very successful as well. So if you like, they'll all join me and I'll make the first link and see where we go. Quite often the first link can be a little bit slower. It's almost like trying to get my gears moving, but we'll see. Okay, I'm just being made aware of a gentleman that's trying to draw close to me now, and I'm not sure if the name Stan or Stanley is linked to him, but I was being drawn to like the banking sector, like Morgan Stanley. So I'm not sure if there's a name that Stanley's mixed in there as well. But I just believe with this gentleman, there was connections to him or you, but him working around the banking sector. And I just feel with this gentleman that I think it's more him that he was involved in the banking sector or something to that degree. And for some reason, he's showing me like cards as well. So I've seen the Ace of Spades for some reason, and I believe, I don't know if there's some significance there of he liked to play cards or whatever. Also, I believe another route for that he would also play cards close to his chest in life. So quite a confidant if you had anything that you'd like to talk to this gentleman. I know that it would be in a kept stum and secret. That's what I believe. And that's the early initial contact. Does anyone understand? Does anyone understand that at all? So, gentlemen in the spirit world, not sure about the name Stanley. I just believe it's something to do with the banking system. Memories of either you or him liking cards. Ace of Spades shown to me, and I believe also involved in this, showing me the cards, that he was someone that would keep his cards close to his chest in life as well. Does anyone understand a gentleman to that effect at all? Right. Is that nobody? That's unusual. So definitely gentleman here. Something to do with banking. I'm not sure it's him or you, but I feel more him. I could be wrong. I can be wrong. But I'm going to stick with it. Something to do with cards. Very tight-lipped with sensitive information. Does anyone understand that at all? And it does feel a family link as well. I'm not sure it's like father or uncle, but it feels that sort of thing as well, or very close friend. Anyone understand any of that? No one's taking it. It's unusual. Let's see if I can get a bit more, but I feel this gentleman was quite high up in his own successful business, so it feels like it's linked to banking, linked to the financial side in some way. And I feel that he was actually a guy that was high up, even like probably running the business. Anyone understand that at all? I don't normally imagine it. So, okay. Let's see if I can get a little bit more, but if you can't take the initial thing, it's weird. And also, I do believe he was a smoker as well, this gentleman here, as well as I shut my eyes. Right, Facebook user. My husband's uncle was a successful businessman. Okay. I do banking as part of my job. Okay. It's a Facebook user. Would you understand the link to the Ace of Spades, him being cards close to his chest, something to do with cards? If you can understand that, maybe we can go a bit further. Sarah. Okay, Sarah. So, my husband's uncle, yeah, I wasn't quite sure. It feels like family link, uncle or something like that. Hi, Sarah Batchelor. So, can you also take something to do while I'm being shown? It was a card, the Ace of Spades, but something to do with cards. I believe that this man would have kept things quite close to his chest as well. And I also believe from what he's saying as well, I also believe, Sarah, from what he's saying at the moment, there's a double meaning to that. Like you're having to keep something quiet at the moment, some information linked around you or someone close to you. I just feel there's something going on at the moment where you're, I don't know, it's you expecting you're expected to keep quiet and tight-lipped. You've been made aware of a situation, or it's you confiding in someone. But does that make sense at all? Yes, I found a lump. Not told anyone. Right. Okay. Perfect. Okay. God bless you. I just know that your uncle-in-law, as he is aware of this situation where you've been tight-lipped and keeping something to yourself. Obviously, it's over the internet now, but as long as we can validate and you know where I am with you. Okay. Now, it was specifically the Ace of Spades, and I know that. I know that also is an expensive type of champagne. So, am I right in saying, Sarah, there's something you should be celebrating very around now? It's a little bit dampened down, but you're trying to put a brave face on things. And I just believe there's some sort of, I don't know, it's anniversary or birthday coming up directly around you now that you should be celebrating, but it's not. It's lost a little bit of its glitter. Does that make sense from what I'm getting from uncle-in-law here? It might be just coming up or just happened, but I just feel there's something at the moment fairly imminent going on from what he's telling me. Also, would you know the name John as well? something to do with John as well. Okay, can't think, doesn't normally cut that for me. Okay. John was your granddad. Okay, so I just know that John's pushing his way in here and just wants to say hi. Let me just get what I'm feeling here. I'll give you exactly what I'm feeling. I won't beat around the bush. I feel that you've got a period of a month or two or something going on where you're going to have this stir of emotions going on and whatever else. But I can't help but think that if there's no link to cards, I just know that the Ace of Spades is, and I was shown it, the Ace of Spades is a link to champagne. So although there's a concern, I just feel fairly positive for you. I do. I think it will work out, but you'll have a little bit of rigmarole in between. But I know that your uncle-in-law, would call him your uncle here, and your grandfather are certainly behind you. They wouldn't have brought up the secret thing, and obviously for you to bring it up otherwise. Right, okay. They've just shown me a Christmas cracker, and I just feel somewhere around that time you'll get a bit more positive news. It's almost like crack and whatever else. Okay. Who's the is there a male that's a fast driver in the family? I'm getting the feeling from grandfather here now and your uncle that there's a gentleman in the family that's a fast driver, and it's quite weird how they use the analogies and get it in how I see it. And he actually, your grandfather was on about, I know he's John, but he was saying Johnny Herbert. And Johnny Herbert's a racing driver from the 80s and 90s. And then I was made aware of the younger gentleman that was a bit of a keen racing driver around the roads that needs to slow down a bit, your brother. Okay, well, just know that granddad's not too pleased with him acting the Herbert, and has been seeing him, he needs to slow down a bit. That's from grandfather anyway, I just know that. Yeah, he'd have a few words, grandfather would do if he was here. That's what he's telling me. He'd have a few words. Can you just tell him to slow down a little bit? Just take his foot off the gas. There's no need. Enjoy life. Don't rush through it. That's what he's trying to say. Yeah. Yeah, it just feels like grandfather. That's one of his sayings is yesterday to me. Slow down in life and try to enjoy it. Don't rush through it. He definitely would do. Yeah, and I know when you get news like this, you're unsure and whatever else, and a lot of the time, we panic over not a lot, but it's understandable what you're going through. But I just think the reason why we had the connection for you tonight is that your uncle and your grandfather just wanted to come through to let you know that you're not on your own. And I know sometimes you can feel you're on your own. You've got your husband and your family, but sometimes when you dwell on it yourself. But just know that the spirit world are watching, and your loved ones are doing whatever they can for the spirit side of life. And I'm optimistic for you. I really am. I don't feel thingy, but I just feel that you've got to go through this rigmarole, for the next little while. But as always, we give our best in life. We do what we can. Grit your teeth, and we can only do what we can do. So, but I hope that helps, Sarah, and I thank your uncle-in-law, just uncle really, and just uncle really. That's what he's telling me, and your grandfather. And if you can pass the little warning, little ticking off to your brother. Stay busy. That's what they're saying. Stay busy. That means anything as well. Stay busy and keep optimistic. And my thoughts are with you, and thanks for working with me. So, and I'll leave there, love. And I say God bless to you. Take care. Yeah. Yeah, keep busy. That's what I mean. Brilliant stuff. God bless you. Okay. Let's see where we're going to go next. I know I've got a lady that's joining me now, and I know the month of May is very relevant. I'm not even sure about the name May, but I know the month of May is relevant around this lady. Right, who's the glum one? Is it you, or is it who we're looking for? Okay. I'm not sure if this is grandmother or mother here now, and she's here to tell someone a little bit of a telling off and pick yourself up, because I feel that at the moment you're a little bit glum and a little bit down in your luck. That's what you're feeling, and I know the month of May is linked with this lady. Come on then. Something to do with Bertie Bassett as well. So licorice all sorts, Bertie Bassett. I don't know if that means anything to anyone. I can always be wrong with these things. I'll just give you what I get. Something to do with, I don't know if it's a love of salmon or a hate of salmon, but there's something thrown in there about the salmon as well. Hopefully they're not taking the mick out of my top. Lady in the spirit world, a connection to May, not sure if it's you or her, feels like mother or grandmother, something to do with Bertie Bassett, something to do with salmon, so I don't know if it's a hate or a love for it, and I just feel at the moment she's here because you're needing to pick me up, and you're a bit glum and whatever in the world at the moment. Nikki Godson, so, right. Okay, so Tracy Joan Huss. Right. Okay, so we have, so there's 3 of you there, there's 4 of you potentially. Okay, so let's try and work and split it. I know there's something to do with salmon, so I don't know if it's an absolute love of salmon or a hate of salmon. I'm not quite getting that right, but that was thrown in. And I know that at the moment there's something going on around you where you're where she's not very happy from the spirit side of life, where you're not putting yourself together and enjoying life and getting on with it. Just feel like you're it feels a little bit like you're a bit down in the dumps at the moment. You need okay, I won't repeat that. Tracy Joan Husk, okay, so been very low, some makes sense. So Tracy, let me just see where we go. My birthday's in May. They were her favourite sweets. Okay, so we're rocking there. We've got yes, been very low. Some makes sense too. A can hit her on the head one Xmas. Oh, a salmon can hit her on the head one Christmas. Okay, yeah. So that is probably where in the middle where I'm going. I'm not sure if she loved salmon or hated salmon, but obviously the salmon can is in the middle. Perfect. So let me work with you, Tracy. Everyone else, stay with me, but let's see if I can work with Tracy and see where we're going, because it does seem to tie in. Okay. Yes, very low, aren't they? Worked at Bassett's, always mentioned 7. Oh, God, here we go. So, Moon and Star Spiritual Medium, if you can stay with me, and let me just see if I'm going to, let me just ask the lady again. So it must be, I know that Mother, if she was here now with you, the pair of you, so stay there, Tracy, and Moon and Stars. I know Mother, if Mother was here now, she would absolutely give you a kick up the arse, because she wouldn't stand for it, and she'd want to get yourself sorted out, and she wouldn't tolerate that you're sort of like currently at the moment in this dwelling on things and just not really taking life and by the horns. This is what it feels like. So I just know that Mother was that person. Okay, let's work with you, Tracy, because you've got everything there. And Moon and Stars, I mean, just stay about. But if we can put Tracy on the screen, and we'll see where we're going. True, so true. Okay. I think we're getting a bit conflicted here, so let me just get a bit more. Okay, so where are we going to go now? Would you understand, either of you understand the name linked around your mother to a Brenda? Brenda, Brendan, Brenda, I think it is as well. That hopefully will separate. Oh, so Moon and Stars, your mum's Brenda. Oh, okay. Blimey. Right. Okay. Sometimes we have both, like two lots trying to come in at once. So, okay. So, right, your mum's Brenda, and you can understand everything as well. Oh, and yes to Brenda. Oh, we're really working it tonight. So, right. You'll understand with Mother. I'm not sure it's Mother or you, but I think it's Mother. Brenda May. Oh God. Yeah. So, right, with Moon and Stars and Tracy, I'm gonna go with it now. Both you work. Yes, Spirit are certainly making me work tonight. So, so the next thing I'm going to go with is something to do with the teeth. So I think this is Mother, maybe yourself, but I think it's Mother. I'm just being made aware of something to do with the teeth. It feels like it's on the right-hand side, could be the left, but up here, something to do with the teeth, higher, maybe a few missing or couldn't chew right this side, or almost at times a bit of an effort to be chewing stuff. I just feel up here there's something to do with the upper teeth on towards the side of the mouth that was a problem with this lady. So Tracy or Moon and Stars, who am I with? Because we need to separate this down. They're really making me work, which I love. She had a false tooth. I'm having a problem with my back tooth. Oh, no way. Okay. Right. Okay, and also, I'm not sure if it's a specific memory. I just seen it flash in front of me. Either a candy cane on the Christmas tree, being some sort of specific, or she actually had a stick, because it's almost like this candy cane stroke walking stick. So, who can take that? Because you broke. What did you break, Tracy? Did you break? It looks like they're really working with wanting to get through to both of you here, but I need to be giving you the correct information. She had a stick and you broke one. Always on tree. Right, they're really. So I'm going to have to. We've got the name, Brenda, and everything, the month of May, and all sorts, and they're still. Come on, where are we going to go? Okay, really weird here. I'm going back to when I was very young, and it's just come into my mind. You must be aware, with Mother sitting down watching it with her, or Mother liking it. There was I haven't heard it in years. It's just come straight into my mind. There was a TV program, a series in the 80s, and it was called Shine on Harvey Moon. And Mother has just put that in my head. So one of you two, this must split you now. There must be a memory of watching Shine on Harvey Moon. She liked it, or something to do with it. But that was just flashed in my mind. And I've not heard of that for years. And don't tell me you both can't take that now. So you broke a tooth with candy from the stick. Ah. Oh, Oh, you are joking, girls. Right, they're having a laugh. Maybe you can both take something out of this, but we're definitely gonna get there. We might have both sets of mums carrying on here and trying to get the message over. I feel that one of these ladies is incredibly headstrong, and I feel that one of the ladies is incredibly headstrong. The other one likes to get her own way. Not so headstrong, but just won't. So just bear with me. But we're having a bit of a laugh here. So I don't even remember it too much myself. Right. And I know that Mother would have liked the police program. So I know that we're talking here the Sweeney and we're talking here the professionals. That would have been her bag as well. So where am I going? Because this one is yeah. Can either of you understand that with the programs? And also Jean. So if you both can take Brenda and that's your mum, there's something to do with a Jean. So are we going to split you now? Yes, my mum loved them. Her father was a policeman. Right. Okay. I just know. So, and Tracy, do you understand Jean? Because I know that. No way. I mean, everyone that's watching online here has got to say this is quite an eventful reading here. It's not as if I'm just saying, you know, she liked doing gardening. They're having a laugh tonight. So, right. Yes to Jean, Auntie Jean. Both of you had Auntie Jean. Oh. Yeah, you're not related, you two, are you? Yeah. So. Yeah, this is unbelievable. I'm going to go with this one. So you're not related. So if we go, and I'm going back to the professionals, there was a car in the professionals, and it was a car in the 80s, and I feel like there was someone in the family or connected to the family, a male, that had a Ford Capri. And that must split the pair of you, or I'm going to cry. So you're not related. So there must be someone that you remember, it feels like male in the family or a close friend that had a Ford Capri and thought they were a little bit of a and with the Ford Capri, I think this gentleman had a bit of swagger to him and thought he was the man in this Capri. No way. I tell you what, Sarah, we're having one tonight. So okay, who's got the here we go again. Yeah, this is like an episode of the professionals itself. Right, I've been drawn now to April. So I know we said about May and whatever else, but I've been drawn to April. I'm going to go back into April as well. And there's something specific with April that Mother's on about and all. So are you two aware, one of you two aware about this April thing? If not, I'm going to have to read for the pair of you because I'm going to have to try and split it. And obviously they want to have both mothers here, which is quite a weird one to be firing through at the same time. So your brother had the Capri and your uncle had the Capri. And I mean, I feel with the male, can you understand the male of the driving the Capri also thought himself a little bit of a guy. Right, my sister's birthday, my daughter's birthday, mum's funeral, April. Okay, perfect. I really think it's so much. I don't believe spirit. They're that intelligent that they would have gone through all this. I think they're both trying to get through. That's my honest opinion because I've never had ever that this length of going on. Yeah. So your brother thought he was the bee's knees with his Capri. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Did he have like a black leather jacket? Because I just feel like I've got a black short leather jacket on. This what it feels like. getting in and out of this Capri is what it feels like. Does that make sense, Tracy? Okay. Right, Tracy. Do you remember the black leather jacket, Tracy, with this gentleman with the Capri? Okay. Shortish one, jacket. Oh, yes, you put yes. Sorry, that's me. Okay. Moon and Stars, if you can stay with me, but can I work with Tracy? Because I feel terrible because they're both trying to come through. Maybe I've got to work both. I'm going to go to Tracy first anyway. I really feel that Mother's here, and I feel with her. I feel with her that she's very stubborn and she likes to get her own way, and that she would certainly kick you up the bum with things going on in your life at the moment. And what she's saying is, yes, what's been going on is not great, but it's not as serious as things you've had to deal with in your life already. So she doesn't quite understand how you can't get yourself together. She's giving you a telling off from here, because I truly believe that you've had worse things happen, in the past in your life, and you've dealt with them. It just feels like things are getting on top of you at the moment. You've been dwelling a bit, and Mother's watching you from the spirit side of life, and she's not shouting. I don't know if you get warbling in your ears at times, but I just feel when you're on your own at home and you've got a bit of quiet time that she's been absolutely, trying to get you together. Okay, so yes, Fairy, that makes sense. Okay, well, I do feel, Tracy, that so it makes sense. You need to move on from something. Mother says, you need to wrap things up and move on from something. Does that make sense? To wrap things up and move on from something. Yeah, I just feel so. Her picture fell over today. Obviously, she's here this evening trying to get through. I feel that she's actually been sort of like half shouting in your ear, trying to get your attention, and that makes total sense where her picture fell over today. Make no mistake, that didn't happen. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so what she's saying is now, it's almost like she's got a blanket now. She wants you to chuck the everything in the blanket, wrap it up, and be done with it. Move on. And I know that if she was here, that would be exactly to that effect how she'd say it. Deal with it, move on in your life, and get that chapter finished with. Would you be aware of the female that's passed over? Would you be aware, Tracy, of the female that's passed over? Yeah, she's saying put it to bed. Correct. So she wants you to move on now. She wants to, from tomorrow morning, wake up with a more positive attitude and start wrapping things up and get this situation put to bed. And also, she's making me aware of another female linked to you and her that's passed over of recent times, that's met Mother. Does that make sense to you as well? Another female that is linked to you too. Mother wants to make you aware that she's there with her as well. Does that make sense? Okay. Well, just to let you know that Mother's saying it's great over here. It's absolutely fantastic. Mother's really enjoying herself in the spirit world. Don't ever worry about me, but she's worrying about you. So if you can get yourself together for Mother, that will give Mother less worrying from the spirit side of life with you. She's having a good time over there, but she can't help keep checking in on you, and she wants you to get yourself back to normal, deal with the situation, and get yourself back in that good place, because I know that it's something of recent times, and at the moment it's not quite you. So I'll leave Mother's love with you. I know that she's met the other lady there as well, and and there. So I'm going to go back to Moon and Stars now, because I think it's only right that she had everything apart from the leather jacket. So thank you, Tracy, for working. Thanks for being so patient. It was really, it was a challenging one, but I just know that all mothers love, but she's got that. There's that sternness to your mother, Tracy, and she wants you to get yourself sorted. Okay, she's not gonna pussyfoot about. You sort yourself out. That's what she's saying. And with that, I'll leave her love. So I'm going to go back to Moon and Stars. Moon and Stars, what is your your first name, just so I can communicate rather than keep saying Moon and Stars, and we'll work with you and Mother, because I just know that you're welcome, Tracy. My pleasure. I know that your mother must be here as well. I feel two different vibrations, different characters indeed. One strong, one likes to get her own way. So right, I'm sorry, I'm embarrassing now, Jackie. Okay. Right, so Jackie, am I right in saying at the moment, I feel like I've got mother coming even closer now. So I just feel at the moment with yourself, yours is a little bit of a, am I right in saying you're a little bit down within yourself? As in, you don't feel yourself, and you're almost at the moment, you're not enjoying looking at yourself anymore. Does that make sense? I feel it's two fronts with you, that you're going for this episode where you don't look at yourself too much anymore in the mirror. You're down on yourself, and you actually feel not quite yourself inside as well. Okay, so there's the two fronts with this with you. And I think, I mean, I know all women do it, and men can be vain. I just feel with you, Jackie, that you've got to this stage where, and I'm just going to be honest what Mother's saying, you've got to this stage where most people are quite accepting of them aging. No, they're not really, but I find you're struggling a little bit with not being the 20s or 30s anymore yourself. And you used to be so free spirited, if that makes sense. And I just feel within now you've gone a little bit within yourself over the last probably 5 years. For some reason, I'm getting 5 years. I know it's something specific within the last 5 years for you. And also, I just don't quite feel that I feel myself, not just wanting to look in the mirror anymore. It feels like within myself, I just feel that I've changed and I don't feel quite as I was. So yes, okay, brilliant. Well, it's another mother that's really putting it bluntly. Would you understand your mother being quite blunt as well, Jackie? Because yes, I was very much. Okay, yeah. Right. Your mother, you know that sort of expression where it's almost like your mother's raising her eyes, and she said, "What a beautiful daughter I've got," but she doesn't see it anymore. She's not seeing herself for what she is. She's gone within herself, and mother's saying that. Bear with me. Do you know a Diane or a Diana as well? Or I'm not sure because I'm seeing your mum's showing me Lady Diana for some reason as well. So I'm not sure it's the name she's trying to get me or Lady Diana herself. There was some sort of connection where she really liked her or something, but for some reason I'm getting that for you, Jackie. And I know that mother wants you to pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Am I right in saying that you've actually slowed down a bit as well now, just where things are not running and you're not feeling yourself? But mother wants you to pick up the pace and get back to who you are. That makes sense. Get back to who you are. Very much. So Diana, been reading about her. Okay. So you've been reading about Diana of late. So know that mother is here, and that mother's watching you very closely. There's a hell of a lot of love for mother, and okay. What are you saying? Yes, I slowed down. Must have. Yeah, that's exactly what Mother's telling me, and she wants to pick the pace up. Come on, get yourself back now. Another one where she's trying to put positivity in your life, and your mother can't see it, but what she sees, she's very proud of her daughter. Um, you've always been beautiful to your mother and everyone else, but it's just something you're going through. And Mother's saying there's nothing you shouldn't be doing that. She's your mother done it. We all go through our 20s and 30s, and we end up going into our 40s and 50s, and some of it's not as enjoyable as it was. But your mum went through it. People have gone through it, and she wants you to get that zest back in your life. If that makes sense to you. Right, bear with me. Something else. Would you understand as well, Jackie, about having like mild headaches and feeling a little bit stress head? In this a big like Trace, that's unbelievable. So both mothers up there must get on quite well, because they're both rabbiting along and trying to get their 2 pennies worth in with us all tonight. And I think it's been quite amusing for some, probably seeing them going to and fro. So yes, it does. Thank you. Yes, so you got the headaches, and I just feel like Mother's giving me this mild sort of headache going on here as well now. So it's sort of like a stressy head come. I don't know, but I know I'm feeling that as well. Working it out. Okay, I feel there's something, Jackie, that you've got to work out. Mother's telling me there's something you've got to work out. She put a Rubik's Cube in front of me, and she said, you need to work it out. And I mean, God, it would take me years to do the Rubik's Cube unless I unstuck the stickers and cheated. But if it makes sense to you, Mother said you need to work things out. Does that make sense to you, Jackie? I think Mother's a very logical woman, if that makes sense as well. Plain talking, can put things together, and could make, seems like she's trying to make decisions here, and she's quite good at it. Yes, I'm trying. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So please, Jackie, know that Mother, they've both been putting their sides in tonight, and been like a game of tennis at Wimbledon with all the information. Longest rally ever. I've never had a reading like this, but you both must have needed it. And please, Jackie, know that Mother's got your back. And I just feel there's something, I'm not sure, I just feel this feeling from Mother as well. There's something either she wanted to do for you before she passed, or you wanted to do for her, and you didn't quite get it done. I'm not sure if that makes sense. So I'm not quite sure if it's she wanted to do something for you before she passed, or you wanted to do something for her, and it never got complete before passing. But she's going on about that as well, and she wants to let that lie. You know what I mean? She wants to let that one lie. So if you can understand why Mother wants to let something lie, either something she promised to do for you, or you wanted to do something for her that plays on yours or her mind. That can't be it already.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Started.
I know it's all that to-ing and froing you were doing. I couldn't believe it myself.
Can you believe it?
No, I couldn't. Honestly, I kept thinking, surely that's the Ford Capri. I'd got Only Fools and Horses saying Ford Capri gear, and I thought that's got to split them up.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that they were going to and from. And we got to stop now, have we?
Yeah, but I can get you finished if you've got a bit more to tell her. I can just that's fine. No, I'll do that. Look,
I thought I was going to go for a couple more.
Bless you.
I couldn't stop laughing. Well, I'm a bit gutted that I can't read for another couple of links, to be honest.
Sorry,
yeah,
Martin.
It's got that 35-40 minutes has gone so quick. I do apologise, guys. I'd like to have got round, at least one or two more of you. But hopefully you found some, I suppose, some humour in the way Spirit do act at times. yeah, and then if you've got the love of two mothers that are both trying to get through to their daughters, and they're going to keep on at the medium no matter what. So God bless the two of you, Tracy and Jackie, and know that both your mothers must love you very much to be annoying my little mind for that 20 minutes tonight. So yeah. Yeah, and thanks, Jackie, for working with me and Tracy and everyone else. God bless.
Yeah, look, everybody wants you to come back. Thank you so much, Martin. I'm sorry you ran out of time. I suppose that did mean you were enjoying yourself. So
I love working with Spirit. I absolutely adore working for your loved ones and everyone else's loved ones. Some nights flow, some nights don't. Some night, tonight the information was coming in, but it was quite crowded, if you know what I mean. And I know we got there in the end, but I would have loved to have done one more. So if the rest of you that didn't get a reading, just know Spirit around us all. Your loved ones are there. You're never alone. And we're all loved very much from the Spirit side of life.
Absolutely. Look at this. Look, this is Trace Lapworth. She says, I learnt to drive in a Ford Capri.
Yeah.
Crikey, that's an hard car to learn to drive in, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh. And a lot of power under your foot. I remember them well. Thank you, Martin. What amazing
messages. My pleasure, guys.
Proving life after life, absolutely. May I ask you to do one more thing for us and do the closing prayer, please?
Certainly.
Oh, are you feeling rough?
No, that's the puppy. That's the puppy. We've got a puppy. He's just turned a year old, and he's called Loki, and he's a big boy. He's a Rottweiler, and he's incredibly strange. He's the weirdest dog ever. He's lovely, but yeah, occasionally he likes to. We've got 3 dogs, but he likes to hear his own voice. So there you go. Okay, if you'd like to join me in the closing prayer. Divine Spirit, Father God, we give thanks for this evening, for the memories shared, and most of all, the love that continues. The biggest lie ever told to man is that we die. And that from my work as a medium, I know that we're all blessed, and the spirit world have nothing but love. And all our memories and all our loved ones in the spirit world are all there waiting for us when our time of passing comes. But in the meantime, we must be positive and do the best we can in life. And that way, that will put a smile on your loved ones in the spirit world. Until next time, good night. God bless. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guard us while we sleep, till morning light appears. Amen. It's been a great night, hasn't it? We definitely we like to see you anyway, Martin. But we'll.
You never know. I could maybe get you in church one time.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we'd like that. If I'm coming up to Sutton on Sea, then you never know. It could be done
straight over the Humber Bridge, Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've never been up that far, but I love working with the spirit world. It gets just amazing for me. Obviously, I prefer seeing people in the flesh, and it's that bit closer. But we still do what we can do, and it's been lovely to connect to all of you guys this evening, from Stevenage to wherever you guys are. And yeah, thank you very much for letting me work with you, and hopefully I'll see you all again. And hopefully I'll get around a few more of you next time.
or the spirits might be naughty with you again.
Yeah, I tell you, they do at times. Yeah, they do.
Our next online service will be on the 10th of November, because we're doing them fortnightly now, and that will be John Jones. Sally, what's happening tomorrow at church, lovey?
All right. Okay. Oh, hello to the Thursday lot, Reverend Wayne and Maria, the deacon. Our medium tomorrow is Dave Blakeston. He's a new medium. And then the doors open at 6:30 and it starts at 7. So we look forward to seeing everybody there. Thank you.
We do indeed. Thank you, Sally. That's great. And Sally will be there reading a poem tomorrow with our Holly. So that'll be really good to see. It's so nice to see the crossover of our own congregation online as well, isn't it? It's really nice. But yeah, we'd love to have you up at church, Martin. Bring your wife. Make a real good day of it.
We can probably try and work that in sometime next year. Maybe that'd be good.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, that's great. Oh, look, we've got other people. We'll see you tomorrow. And thank you very much.
See you, Jackie. I'll pick you up tomorrow, Jackie. Don't worry. And I'll message Holly in 5 minutes about the poem.
Good girl, good girl. Myself, I'm off to bed, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a pizza. Pizza time.
Thank you, Sally. Thanks, my love, for joining me online.
Thank you. I've enjoyed
I'll
it.
see you tomorrow. Martin, take care of yourself. Everybody, thanks for joining us. Good night and God bless you all.
God bless.
Bye.
God bless. Bye.